Johan versus Chuck. We saw this 2 weeks ago in winners finals, and I believe grand finals as well.
Almost every tournament these two go to, they end up fighting. So
right. But Chuck opting more to play Charizard more frequently this in recent times, falling a little bit less on his Meta Knight for certain matchups. But wow,
I think that's good for him because his Charizard's looked a bit like not as crisp since he started playing Meta Knight. So, but yeah, so here he's doing a good job keeping Johan off stage. Because that's one thing Chuck Nasty is very good at is keeping the pressure up and keeping them off stage once he gets them off.
Absolutely.
That was quite the read. The jab 1, jab 2, and charge up smash. And Johan did not fall for it, but the up throw will take it.
So Chuck's stealing the first stock, and usually when Chuck gets a stock lead, that's when you're like end up being really scared because like with Rage, down air at like 20 or so %, which is something that he's really good at setting up, is like stage control edge guards. But also right now he's at the % where up air is going to steal a stock.
Alright, so Johan is not one to get flustered. He just brought it right back. And now
unless he does it like if it's his own execution error. Then he will beat up on himself, and that affects a little bit of his gameplay. But right now, you're seeing him play fairly well. He's getting the percents that he needs. I believe about 30 more %, and he'll be in checkmate percentage, even here on Battlefield.
Chuck is just trying to reset neutral so that he can just maybe get some jab or something. So now C's back in neutral, so Johan's gonna stop getting all those hits on him. Because both these guys are just doing so well with their punish game that whoever wins neutral is getting lots of percentage or kills off of it.
Yeah, and right now we are at checkmate %. So you see Johan fishing for these grab. That should be it. But he misses the timing.
He did not buffer that jump. Oh, yeah.
That might be it. No. Oh.
What was that? Did he just grab?
He did just grab. So you see it. Oh, my God. The hardest of techs.
That was...
Yeah, that's... Now, when you think about it, Johan there on the left, he's going to be kind of recollecting himself after dropping 2 of his, I say easiest of confirms, but...
You know, we give Johan a lot of crap for dropping his checkmate confirms.
But the jump squat frames are actually very, very tight.
And it's just heartbreaking sometimes to see him basically stealing out the stock twice now, and then just whipping it both times.
But straight back to Battlefield. This is a stage both increases the survivability and, as we mentioned before, increases that range for like down throw up air and things like that, or limits it in depending on percentage, of course, rage dependent.
Yeah.
Well, at least for Robin, it's not rage dependent. Some other characters like Bowser or Donkey Kong do have tighter windows than Robin does.
So
right now, Johan's put up the wall.
Chuck really likes this stage because one of the things that Chuck likes to do is to just like get you off balance and then just constantly go at you. And so it's really hard because like Johan couldn't air dodge there because he would land on the platform and then Chuck would have gotten a free follow-up. So stuff like that makes it really hard for Johan to recover from Chuck hitting him. But at the same time, Johan, I see him pick Battlefield a lot too.
Shay.
I'm not sure exactly what Johan gets out of it, so...
Hey guys, this is the first friendly setup.
Oh, wait, this is Chuck in game 1, so this is Johan's counter pick. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like this is definitely a comfort pick for Johan in many ways. Oh my God. He tried to do a turnaround grab, but he did it so softly on the controller that it didn't execute. Like, that's exactly why he would have been standing there. That should be, oh, wow. But I will say it's a comfort pick for Johan, and it's also a good stage for him in so many different ways.
What's up, bro? Yeah, Rage I should kill.
Yeah, okay. Rage
He's got level 2 Rage, Johan was at 100, it was on the platform.
That's a check and a mate.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Charizard actually has a really big checkmate window.
I mean, it worked all the way up to 140, so I would assume so.
Yeah.
Wow, all right, that was very good.
Johan opting for the
Nos instead of the grab.
It's a bit less damage, but it heals,
Heals
him a bit
himself,
too.
yeah. So if you look at it objectively, like, it puts a bigger gap between the two players, but Chuck, well, putting a fairly, he has one jump, okay.
That was, if Chuck had used one more jump, or if it was just a little bit more percentage, I would kill.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny. I played Charizard like a little bit more seriously over this last weekend. I didn't realize that he only has 2 jumps.
Yeah.
Like 1 flutter and 2 flutter. That's it. Oh my god. So much pressure there. Many regrabs.
I'm not sure if it's too early or if Johan is not buffering that time. I think it's probably just too early.
Chuck going for it all there, and oh my goodness. Now, it's interesting the cross-ups that happen there. You know, certain characters move their hitbox when they start charging their moves. So you saw him kind of swap sides a couple of times.
Chuck
And
went to space that bear. It was perfectly spaced, but Johan caught that with the Arc Thunder.
oh, falling up air, and the book
Ooh.
saving him.
Great DI
Oh,
by
and the
Chuck,
flare
too.
blitz! Does he have his jump? He does.
Yeah, Chuck is going to way on top of the ledge and try and reach the other
Oh, Tomahawk into read on the roll. Good down smash to Johan. Super, super close game for those guys.
Alright.
So who is Hertz playing? Like, there's like everywhere. It's just like everyone's hyped for certain matchup.
I want to watch
good
Leaf
weekend.
versus Shiny.
It's a good weekend,
Yeah, this is.
or well, weekly, I should say.
It is very stacked. I believe it's 12 of the 15 PR members are here. Arkansas is here.
Yeah, it's incredibly stacked, and then like a lot of the top 40, like.
Yeah. I mean, I was 22nd seed, and I'm like, I guess I dropped out of the top 40 already, but so that means about half of the top 40 are here. Oh, Johan pressuring the shield with those arc fires.
Down throw, no forward air this time.
Johan going for another Nosferatu. But honestly, it's a really risky
Ooh.
move. Yeah.
Risk reward on that was fairly good.
Here's that flamethrower. It's such an irritating move.
Forward throw, not gonna do it. But that stage control is so real. And a
Oh.
stomp!
Chuck nasty.
Send him to the ground.
He was being nice and letting Johan get back to the ledge every time, but then he decided not anymore.
Down throw, nooch.
Nooch.
Yeah, the nuclear.
Is that what the hip kids are saying now?
Dude, I'm always hip. I don't know what you're talking about. I always listen to what I have to say. Alright, so checkmate percent should be fairly close here. Next 5 to 10%, I do believe, is checkmate percent. So, back there getting that 10%.
Chuck is gonna need to watch out for these grabs.
Oh, that should be no.
Oh no, good DI
DI
by
win.
Chuck.
Yeah, Johan covered the DI in, but you know you should be able to react to either one of those with the up air. But all right, jab ought to do it. No, just kidding. Charizard heavy.
Because he's fire type, he's resistant to the.
Oh, you're right. Something that I haven't seen much from Chuck is actually using up B out of shield. Which isn't necessarily a safe option, but when your opponent uses something laggy on you, it should be a good get off me tool. Which Charizard, you know, short hop nair and things like that are decent against a character that's pressuring up close, which Johan has done on a couple of occasions here.
Well, Chuck's get off me tool is generally just the jab, because it comes out really fast, covers a really big area. You see right there, and it sends them away basically, just so that you can get stage control for free. Well, not for free, you get it for a jab, but. And it's one of Chuck's like most valuable tools, I think.
But that's assuming he's facing the proper direction and cross-ups aren't there. So like that's one of the things I'm talking about is like, you know, right now that could very well be good, but I think
They were just jumping almost in unison. That was beautiful. It was like it's fitting for Christmas, you know, Christmas Day, World War I like story.
Oh, reads.
Yeah. And Chuck's like, Christmas Day is over, we're coming into the trenches. But yeah, you know the stories where like it was Christmas Day and so they weren't fighting and like the Germans were singing
Mooch
like
has
Silent
that.
Night or something.
That's on Mooch's. I do
know.
believe.
Is it?
I think so. Now that I'm thinking about it. believe he's in a set. Otherwise, I'd be able to see him.
Looks like he's against Shiny.
Yeah.
All these ice team kills. Leaf and Yang's arm, and Shiny Leaf, and now Shiny Moosh.
Well, it's because you have so many, so many people in your crew. Stop having the entire state in your crew.
Excuse me, we have 7 people here. And
yeah,
2
we
of
had
us
3.
were out super early, so there's no chance of team kills from there.
The Johan going in so hard right now.
You know, I'm sure your crew would team kill if your crew could actually get to each other in bracket.
That's because we're always we start everywhere in bracket. To be completely honest, we start at the top, the middle, and the bottom. So we have no reason to do it.
You know, the bottom players play the top players first. But okay, so anyway, back to the actual set that we're supposed to be commentating. So this time Johan got that upper hand early.
Yeah, he was going in so hard, and there he peels that stock out fairly quick.
It's just so back and forth because both of these characters specialize in keeping people out and not.
Oh my god, the footstool.
Yeah. It's Robin. He's coming back.
Well, I didn't know if Chuck was going to be able to cover that with another, like neutral, or even could have been a decent option. Oh, but a forward smash. Chuck nasty,
really
back
early.
on the board.
But see, the thing is, both Charizard and Robin also have a really hard time like landing and getting back to stage. So both of them not only are really good at abusing recovery, but they're also both really bad at actually recovering themselves. So that's why you're seeing such a back and forth game.
The call outs by Brother for you.
What?
I just think it's really entertaining. You're
Alright, so now they're just kind of standing off.
ooh, the down air.
The down air and neutral,
interesting.
that is, I don't see that very often. Oh, he went for it. He went for that F smash read.
And he gets the, oh my god, he got to the platform. Sick. Woo. Back there, tried for the forward, gets the forward smash.
Oh no.
He has his
early jump by Johan, that was really risky.
Trying for the down tilt to cover the edge, but oh, bad call.
Chuck goes for the flamethrower. That was not the right move. And the Kaze, for anyone who can't see, is now flashing gang signs at Chuck Nasty. Because that's how we do here in Tulsa.
No, I'm just giving him my my condolences to getting back aired.
You know, there was North Tulsa people, even though you're flashing the west side.
Dude, Palutena's got the best up air, and it's a W. It's the wings of freedom.
I don't think she has
The
the
wings
best
of-
up there.
Dude, her up air is sick, dude.
Rosa's though. Anyway,
That is
so
broken. You're
Neither
right.
of those characters, however, are in this game.
I don't know if Chuck opted to where he can take the W with the W of the up air.
but
But
yeah.
regardless, right now we have Johan taking a super early
Like
stock.
I said, those Levin sword attacks, Chuck is having a really hard time getting around those.
All right, Chuck's gonna be going in really hard right now. I think that's one thing that he definitely needs to do to deal with this amount of pressure that Johan's been putting out. Johan's been playing neutral like incredibly well.
Yeah. Chuck hasn't been getting any of those, like, Chuck hasn't been getting too many jab combos. He hasn't been, like, getting too many grabs. It's mainly just
Chuck
been...
is fishing super hard for these smash attacks, which, you know, very possibly with rage could kill, but at these percents it's not going to net him as much. But stage control, which is something like jab would be able to do just as well.
Chuck managed to get back in neutral, and just like that, he loses it again.
About to get lapped in percents. Johan on the
Things are looking
tearing.
good for Chuck Nasty.
Our hero. Is he going to fall? Oh, I like that fade.
Alright. Johan
Is the
off
stage
stage.
control?
Chuck normally wouldn't go that deep. He normally goes for the
that's
safer option.
not going to do it, but
But
the
he
next
had to
left and
do
hit
that.
is going to do it.
Because Chuck needs to get this stock very soon without taking any more percent.
Oh, that's
And
it?
That's it, yeah.
Johan taking it over Chuck.
3 steps ahead.
All right, so Johan advancing.